As promised, picking up just where we left off, man. AI to my Patreon cons. Let's go.
Methodology. And so math is meth. Okay, so as a matter of fact, which is the abbreviation or slang for, again, methadone. So we're talking about a corrupt form of mathematics that has been imposed or superimposed on our people. Now, I know this may sound kind of strange to some extent because it's like, okay, you started out with Atlantis and you said that it has some relation or correlation to the United States, the United States Corporation, and it does. But all of these things have to be considered, as I said, in terms of cause and effect to see exactly how this played in.
Again, this is Prince Uriel Bay, Moorish Science Temple, man. And he's saying Atlantis has something to do with America. Go get the previous drop. We're talking Moorish from Mars. We know we're talking a flat plane, more land beyond the poles. You know what I mean? This is for my advanced wave surfers right here on Patreon, man. Hey, so let's pick it up right here. Like, really pay attention, and we'll get the babies out together. We'll get the Moshe out of the bathwater.
Into the dynamic of the Moorish Empire, the ebb and flow of the Moorish Empire from Anatolia to the Crimea, all the way back to the Americas, Latinum, known as Moorish Spain, and other parts of the Moorish Empire. In fact, not to get away from the methadone effect, is that, so we're talking about a corruption of language, and we're talking about a corruption of language, we're talking about something which is foreign and therefore barbaric, because barbaric or barbarian means foreign.
I mean, you got to get your own babies out the bathwater, right? Barbarian doesn't mean foreign. It just means foreign to them. You know? Barbar or babar. Barbar, Hebrew. Meaning. See, now we're talking swans and swan nights, man. All my advanced wave servers understand. Does this mean foreign or swan? Foreign or swan? Babar. What does babar have to do with the Kalalus? American Empire of Kalalus. So take everything Prince Uriel is saying, and I want you to look at it from a dragonfly perspective. Not from a Moorish perspective, but from a greater perspective, I want more perspective. More just means great, man. I want more rice. Great, man. More river, great river. American Empire Kalalus been popping off before they're talking about Morocco migrating. Before Ishmael starts migrating, setting up Morocco, we've been here in America with an empire. The American Empire, ruled by Sylvanus Toltecus. This is where you're getting the Toltec. And Sylvanus is Solomon, King Solomon, the builder, who they say is a hereditary ruler of this former Jewish or Hebrew, right? We gotta, you know what I mean? Get about the mind of a hijack. We're not talking Jewish, we're not talking Moorish, we're talking the Moor, the great, and we're talking the Hebrew. And remember, Columbus brought a Hebrew interpreter, Louis Torres, to speak to you in America. The Hebrews already here. Sylvanus Toltecus is already here. Kalalus was founded in the 1st century BC by Babylonian exarch as Sylvanus Ogam or Sylvanus Brabo. Brabo became Babar. Suleiman II, Babylonian exarch Nasi of Mara, ruler of Sumer, Somerset in Britain, a great Ramani. Remember, Ramani means pomegranate. So the Romans stole Roman from the Hebrew word Ramani, which means the pomegranate, signifying the promised land. As Moses sent Joshua and Caleb to go get the pomegranates to prove that they were in the promised land. That is the Ramani, is a pomegranate, connected with the promised land. So they took the promised land title of Ramani and they turned it into Roman. And the Jewish, of course, we're talking Judah. We're talking the Ramani Judah, the pomegranate Judah, the promised land Judah, soldier and ancestor of the Swanites. Swan, Barbar. Don't let this guy tell you that Barbar means foreign. He's just calling you foreign. Because remember, they just wanted for Ham and Kush. Ham and Kush. They call this Northwest Africa, but they want it for Ham, and they want it for Kush. They don't see Shem. They don't see you. They don't see you, Shem. You are a foreigner. So you see how he slipped in? Barbar, like, imagine taking this guy at face value and not understanding the Hebrew. And that the Barbar, or the, Barbary, right? The Barbary War. What? It's all about the Swan. Swan. Ancestor of the Swanites. Barbar Hakadzim. Became barbarian. That don't mean foreigner or savage. See, they're the first ones turning us into savages based on wordplay. Then they say, oh, the Native Americans are savages. It was just, they got it. It's the same Hijack playbook. He just turned the Swanites into foreigners, Jack. He just turned the Swanites into foreigners. But you're talking about Solomon the Builder. King Solomon has a fleet of ships just like the Bible, right? I'm saying all your biblical history happened right here. The ships are shaped like a swan, like a barbar, like a barbar, like a swan. Who is Prestigion? Who is King Solomon? The ships are shaped like a swan, with its sails like the wings of a beautiful, gliding white swan. This is in 775, and we're talking about the American Empire of Kalalus. And shout out to Daniel Lowe, Michael Rorick, .wordpress. Shout out to him as well. He's getting it from Daniel Lowe, out of the Forbidden Histories of America. Go get the book, man. Go get the book, man. So we talk Barbari, and barbarians. It's not foreign. It's referencing King Solomon's fleet. It's referencing King Solomon himself, man. The Swanites. 775, man. This is how deep your history goes here. And now, 1,000 years later, you still fighting Barbar wars, which led to the Tecumseh War. And we kept fighting, but they told you some lie that you just came from Africa until you figured it out that they lying because you in Africa. Because Afar just means dust. Yeah, these demons, man. These whites, man. Yeah, Afar. Africa. From the Arabic Afar, dust, earth. And I rock with the Arab as long as we're talking about the Arab proper. Not the pretending Arabs, like the Ishmaelites in them, that are just migrating, invading 1785, setting up Morocco on the head bomb of the Tecumseh and Chickamauga War. At the same damn time that they make a treaty of peace and friendship pieces and friendship, man. This is despicable, man. This is despicable. Morocco in America, but we realize, man, we been here. This been the land of Shem before you turn it into Ham and Kush. Ham and Kush. Let's get a little more, man. Let's get a little more.
And so when we understand it from that particular perspective, then we're looking at those who are on a day-to-day basis, meaning the Albion male, of whom again is imposing the acidic electrical or electrically charged dialect upon our people, are daily seeking convictions via their court system. And so when you look at the fact that they're constantly seeking convictions of our people, conviction is actually dealing with what? Language as well, because when you say something, you say it with conviction, as in the case of someone being convicted by a jury of their so-called peers. They're actually saying it with what? Conviction, and in addition of which is a form of damnation. So they're actually looking to convict you for eternal damnation in the Cretan system. And so this is what has played an integral part or integral role in, again, the dynamic of the Moorish Empire, particularly in and throughout the United States. So now, when we look at the beginnings of the Moorish corporate family trust, known as the United States, or more commonly known as...
So the Moorish Trust became the United States, man. The Moorish Trust became the United States, which is why they were able to make this treaty, man. It's the same corporation because they are already here invading. During a little ice age, they coming in. Do you think they're helping Tecumseh and Dragon Canoe? Or are they fighting against you? You know what I mean? Psalms 83, right? Psalms 83. They are making a confederacy. Against you. Because you were treasured, they said we're going to cut you off. So you can't remember who you are. And we're going to come together. So Noble Drew Ali and the Moorish Sciences, man, who's right here present on the map, the Moorish Science Temple that Penn broke. They're a part of this deal to put these harmonics in Kentucky and Indiana and Indianapolis and Ohio and Michigan. Right there on the heart bone. Right there in the heart frequency. And they're going to give all your land. What land? Your land, right? Your land. Tippecanoe. Michigan. St. Mary's Treaty, Fort Wayne. Gave up 29,719,530. I said 29,719,530 acres of Naga land for the hijacks, man. And who are these people getting this land, man? Ishmael just chooses to migrate. And when there's an 1809 treaty giving up 30 million acres of land, that means more Ishmaelites come. More Ishmaelites. More Ishmael. With Moab and then the Hagrites. All that, man. Esau and more Ishmaelites, man. And Ishmaelites were originally of non-Arab stock. Make sure you can see it, man. Right, so the only real Arab propers were the sons of Joktan or Katan or Kar Katai or Cathay, Joktan, Yucatan, Katan, who is the son of Eber, Iberia, Eber, Kavera, Iber, Kivera. Yeah. So go just get the drops. You know what I'm saying? That you can see that Kavera, Kivera, Ibera, Iber, original Iberia right here at home, right here in America. Katan. These are the propers. These are the Arab propers. Has nothing to do with Islam. These are just the grandchildren of Eber. You know what I mean? And his son was the first to speak Arabic. Had nothing to do with Islam. Has to do with the Hebrew. The Eber became Hebrew. The Ishmaelite Arabs were non-Arab stock, but pretending to be Arabs, they adopted Arab customs, and they stole the Arab women. So they're called mustarabs, because they're not genuine Arabis. They are pretending. They are not, Arab proper, right? They are pretending to be the proper Arabi, which is right here on the Andrews crest. They call them an Arab tribe. But you would think you're hearing about Muslims and Islam, but no, we still talking about the lost tribes of Israel. Red thread, tribes of Israel. Where X marks the spot. Russia, Rusa, Kiev and Rus. The Rus is the true Arab, not the pretender. The proper, the genuine, not the ones adopting our style, intermarrying and stealing our land by, taking a daughter of Judah, or Ishmael married a woman of the tribe of Gerhum, which again, this is Israel, and became a member because he married the woman. This is how they got their matriarchs, because they stole a genuine queen from genuine, true, a rabbi. An Arab is a rabbi, a lawgiver. A true woman of the law is a genuine Arab. They are just pretending to be the lawgivers and lawkeepers, man, because they are remixing the original Eber law. They're not keeping it funky, man. They're not keeping it real with the law of the Most High. They got their own swerving. Muhammad put his own swerve on things. These first South Arabian tribes has nothing to do with Muhammad, has nothing to do with Islam. His son and successor Yarub is the first person to speak Arabic. Still has nothing to do with Muhammad or Islam. But they that are non-Arabi, lawgiver, law-keeping, keeping the code, Eber stock, pretended to be you and adopted your ways. Just like the Christians adopt some things. Everybody adopts some things from the Hebrew. Because they're not you, the treasured ones. They converse against your people, HAWAH. They that hate you have lifted up the head, man. What do you think he has to do with haughty-eyed Charles? 1500s, right? Holy Roman Emperor. 1452. Doom diverses. Going against the Saracens is going against the Arab propers. The Saracens' head is you. But I'm still talking Israel. Saracen, to put you in, what do you say, eternal damnation? is perpetual slavery. Khan. And yeah, we're talking about the New World and how they got a whole document, 1452 Papal Bull Doom Diverses, saying that they can invade you, search you out, capture you, vanquish you, subdue you. Saracens, right? Pagans, whatever, whoever's against their JC, Zeus, Zeus, Jupiter, all that. And take your kingdom, dukedom, principalities, dominions, possessions, all your goods, movable and immovable, and put you in eternal damnation. And apply and appropriate to themselves the kingdoms, dukedoms, and all your things. Just like they now applied and appropriated to their descendants your title of Khan, when it originally belonged to the original copper-colored Nagas brought here on boats, not brought here, boss, but found here, man.